Hey everybody, it's Miss Tracy with OT coming to you today, Friday, for your special OT class. Today we're going to continue the same theme that we've been doing Wednesday and Thursday, which has to do with spatial relations. The last 2 days I've posted some different handouts and various things like that on our Facebook page and on Twitter for you all to participate in and have fun with. Now today, we're going to have some fun hands-on type of activities. I'm going to show you different ways to do things. So as parents, these are ways that you can expose your kids to the concept of spatial relations in a very tangible, hands-on way. The first thing I want to start with is when we're talking to our children, talking about things in their positions, use gestures. So if you're telling little Johnny, I want you to put the blanket on the back of the couch. Use a gesture, point, put the blanket, show him the blanket, point to the couch on the back of the couch. If you're saying put the milk behind the orange juice in the refrigerator, use a gesture, put the milk behind the orange juice in the refrigerator. Just try to use hand gestures. It kind of helps convey a concept that sometimes can be otherwise difficult when we're verbally discussing it. Another thing is, encourage your kids to use terms to describe things. So Susie's going to bed at night and she's looking for her teddy bear. And she's telling you, Mommy, Daddy, I can't find my teddy bear. And all of a sudden we discover it under the bed. Emphasize the word under the bed. Under. Show her the teddy bear was under the bed. You can do activities with your kids to help convey this sense of spatial relations. Get some Legos, building blocks, things like that. I have some of the Legos from my son's room. And you may convince your kids, say, hey, let's build Legos today. I want you to put the blue Lego on top of the pink Lego. Okay, so here you go. I just put the blue Lego on top of the pink Lego. Now, I want you to put the white Lego underneath the pink Lego. Oh, look at that. Now I want you to stick the green Lego to the left of the blue Lego. So here we go. We're emphasizing left, right. Those are concepts that kids need to learn for spatial relationships. Another fun activity, you can do what's called a Tangram puzzle. And a Tangram is an ancient Chinese puzzle. That's where it came from. I had started one. I took a box of something I think I had shipped from Amazon. Draw a bunch of shapes, squares, triangles. I think it's kind of hard to do circles on these boxes, so just do a bunch of straight line shapes. I started to color a few, cut them out, and let your kids reassemble. There is no specific order. This helps them to use their imagination, assembling it. They can make faces out of this. They can make different geometrical designs, shapes. This begins to build skills of geometry. Another concept of spatial relations that is important is if you're giving them the Legos to play with, maybe some blocks, having them draw a picture, give them something in context. So rather than just say, here, take these blocks and go build something for me, or here, draw a picture, give them a context. So say, hey, make me a garage out of your blocks to park the car in, or make me a dog box that our dog can sleep beside. And then with the blocks, they have a context of what they're building, or with the picture, they have a context of what they're drawing, and they begin to associate spatial relationships with these things. The garage that the car can park in, the dog box that the dog can sleep beside. And they're putting this on paper, which again starts to ingrain those spatial relationships into their brain. For older kids and even adults, there is another term that is called a Roman room memory system. And it also has to do with spatial relations. And what this is first is close your eyes and imagine where you sleep, whether it's your bedroom, or I know some folks sleep on the couch, or you share a room with somebody. But what I want you to do is close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, you're going to start to walk in your bedroom door, and you're going to imagine, oh, look, there's a picture hanging on the wall to the right, and directly in front of me is my TV. There's a lamp on my desk to the left of me, sitting beside my bed. I have a shoe sticking out from under my bed, and so on and so forth. And so with your eyes closed, with your high school students' eyes closed, they're going to start to envision. And typically your room stays about the same. Things don't really change much. Now, with this concept in mind, you're going to start to apply memory. So from this, it's to help remember things. So for example, our high schoolers who have to take government class, and maybe they have to remember all of the presidents of the United States from our first president to current 45th president. And that's a challenge, because most of us could not begin to recite the 45 presidents of the United States. And, we're asking our kids, we want you to remember all of the 45 presidents. So with this bedroom concept in mind, okay, this Roman memory system, using the same concept, they're going to again close their eyes, but this time, first president of the United States is George Washington. So they are going to close their eyes and they're going to think about walking into their room. The first thing they see is this picture to the right of their wall. On this picture is a picture of Curious George sitting on top of the White House in Washington, D.C. Curious George for George Washington in D.C. So, then we move on to our second president, I think Grover Cleveland. So what brings to mind Grover, the blue Grover from Sesame Street. So we're walking through our room. We just saw George Washington, Curious George, sitting on the White House on the right-hand side. As we go on through, here's our TV. And on our TV, Sesame Street is playing. And it's Grover. And he is visiting Cleveland, Ohio on Sesame Street. So all of a sudden, we just remembered our second president of the United States, Grover Cleveland. Work our way all the way up to our 45th current president, which is Donald Trump. And maybe you have a book in your bedroom sitting on your desk and you're imagining this as you go through your whole bedroom. This book, on the front of the book is Donald Duck, and he has a jersey on with the number 45 because Donald Trump, number 45 because he's the 45th president of our United States. So this is just a really high level of spatial relations to help with memory for older students. This can be kind of an advanced concept. If you want more information about it, I would encourage you to look up on our Facebook page, OT Achieve, Tracy Julie. For Wednesday's post, there's a great definition of what this whole concept is. But I would challenge you, think outside the box, come up with great ideas that have to do with spatial relationships of things and use the terminology. Refer to things by where they are specifically. Oh, one more thing I didn't add here. When you're having your kids maybe help with laundry, I have a blanket here. So maybe they're folding the blankets that they covered up with on the couch the other night. Tell them, fold the blanket. Let me stand up here. As you're doing this, you want to fold your blanket in half. So half is a spatial relationship. So we're folding the blanket in half. Maybe you're going to want them to fold the blanket in quarters. So I folded it in half. I'm folding it in half again, and that becomes quarters. Just another spatial relations concept. I would encourage everybody to look up other ideas online. And if you have any questions or want to know more about this, by all means, send myself or Julie a message and we'll help you out with this. So I hope everybody has a great weekend and we will see you all very soon. Stay safe, everybody.